think we're live. Hello. Hey, hi, hello. And good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. Yes, I said there was only about an 80% chance there was an 80% chance I would not be live today. So I guess 20% rules the day that I am here. We decided to do something this evening, mostly because my sister's dog, he's having some issues. I'm watching her dogs for her and doing all the stuff for that. So I didn't feel good about leaving town, even if it was for just a few hours. Just I want to be close and yeah. So change of plans, and I'm here. So I guess that's good news for you guys that want to hang out and get some cards pulled today. So that's where we're headed. And yeah. So anyone, I don't think we have any donations thus far, but for our little agenda that we're doing today, we are going to be pulling one card for everybody who wants one in the chat. We're going to probably wait till about that 5-minute mark before we get kicked off, just because notification squad usually arrives anywhere between 2 and 5 minutes, and some people get notified after the thing is already over. So we just never know exactly what's going on, and my hair is doing its thing today, so there's that. All right. And I'm pretty sure I did post over on Harmony Portal Tarot. No, that's what this Harmony Portal Tarot Live is here. I posted over on the Done Creative that, hey, we're live. Come hang out with us. But that channel is so shadow banned, I don't think anyone even sees my community posts anymore at all. If you do or have, if it did pop up in your feed, if you're on mobile phone, I think it might even work in tablet, but I know when you are on a computer, the community posts do not show up unless you go to that creator's page and go to the community tab. I think they should just all show up on every platform, and then you're in the know for what's going on. So if anyone did or does get my notifications from the Done Creative saying that, hey, we're live over on Harmony Portal Tarot Live, just raise your hand or let me know. But as far as I can tell, there's zero engagement. Meaning like the views, I don't have a way to check the views on it like you would a video that I know of, but there's never any likes or anything, and that's not, I mean, it is normal for me, but other people I know, and even when I would post on community tab like on this channel, it seems okay. I mean, I might get, I don't know, 2 or 3 likes on it, just people saying, yeah, I saw this. But over on the Done Creative, which has almost 23,000 subscribers, goose egg, nothing. There's nothing going on over there. Not one little bit. Hi, Nelly. Welcome. We're getting a few more people in here. Shout out in the comments, or I mean in the chat, if you're here, and I will say hi to you. Hello, Banana Anna S. I think today what we're gonna do is pull one of this. Oh gosh, I always forget the name of this one. The Witch's Wisdom. Couldn't find the box anywhere. Witch's Wisdom Oracle, which is really fun. Got fertility on the back, which is a great springtime kind of vibe. And we're going to be pulling a tarot card in tandem. So technically, you're getting a 2-card pull. Quick little read today to start us out. Probably around the 5-minute mark, we'll get going. Hi, Michelle. Hello. So yeah. I'll take a quick drink of water, and I did not refill my water before we got started, and hopefully I don't run out. My crystal clanking around in there. I always use a rose quartz crystal in my water to help cleanse and clear and put good things going. Because we have all this, I don't know about you guys where you're at, and it just might be my region or area, I don't know. But even the snow will leave like a white residue or like almost like a powder when it evaporates or dries up. That was not a thing when I was a kid at all. And I can kind of show you, like I just washed this probably Monday, I think it was. Let's see. Yeah, I thoroughly washed this went through the dishwasher on Monday. Look at all that white residue in my water. And I have a filter that takes out everything. It's missing something because this, and it's very like powdery. I don't know. That to me, I don't get a good vibe. So I don't know what's going on, but I put the rose quartz in there to, do my due diligence and do my part as to combat any ill effects of whatever that white residue, white powder is. Hey, for all I know, it's pharmaceuticals, because I guess our complete water system is just infiltrated with pharmaceuticals from everybody peeing them out. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know for sure, but I don't get a good vibe. It feels very artificial. It doesn't feel natural at all. It's not like, calcium buildup or anything like that. That's different than what this is. I know what water calcium buildup looks like. That's not what this is. Yeah, it's just crazy. Anyone have any thoughts, any ideas? I know that has nothing to do with anything, but there it is. We never know what we're going to talk about over here or dive into over here. But we are, let's see, about 6 minutes in. Haven't seen our quick little influx. Usually I'll see the amount of people in here increase by almost double, and that's when I know Notification Squad has arrived. It hasn't happened yet, so I don't know. Maybe those on Notification Squad were like, oh, she's not live today, so I'm not going to go. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe your dishwasher's having issues. Well, I've also, it's on my car, which has nothing to do with my dishwasher. It's on my windows. It's on my refrigerator, where the filtered water comes out the refrigerator, and down the refrigerator. Like if the kids, kids do what they do. They don't clean up their mess, but if they overfill their water and drip some down, it'll leave a white trail, like powdery white residue trail. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't really go to a lot of other people's houses enough to notice if that's happening at their house or if it's just my house. Like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, like even things I hand wash, and like if there's little water droplets left, like on the outside of a stainless steel pot or pan or something, you can touch it and just feel that little white residue. It doesn't feel good to me. A lot of chemtrails. Yeah, I noticed that the other day. Like it was just complete blue skies, not a cloud in sight, except there's like 5 big stripes going across the sky, and then I'm watching 2 more, one over here, just be ready to crisscross yet another one. And then of course they start to expand, and then before you know it, the whole sky is white. Not cloud white, like puffy cloud here, puffy cloud there, or overcast, but just like this white haze. That, again, not natural. That's not what clouds do. That's what these chemicals that they're spraying do, and I don't like it. I'm speaking too much truth. They're just throttling my feed, I'm sure. But, well, for those of you that are here, it just might be the quickest live stream of all time. Meaning we'll do the 5 of you that are here 2-card pull today, and then if we don't have any donations come in, we'll just get right into the giveaway, and then I'll just pop off. How's that sound? All right. Yeah, I mean, I would say Banana Anna S probably since 2014 when I noticed it before that, the chemtrail spraying, but it's been like next level since about 2014. And I think the first time I ever noticed it, because when we were kids, I don't know how old you are, but I'm almost 42 next month. Oh my gosh. But when I was a kid, you'd see them, contrails come off the back of the plane, but they would, as the plane went, it's just disappearing slowly behind it, following. It's disappearing. Now that's what's supposed to happen, but that's not what happens there are some planes still out there, usually like passenger planes, like planes that you can tell are more likely carrying people, that will have that go on, with the contrail, which is supposed to happen, as far as I know, is with, science and all that fun stuff. But them actually putting planes, you got to wonder how much money are they spending, A, on all the chemicals, B, on all the man hours and all the equipment to just spray constantly. Oh my God, I froze. Okay, I better shut up. I'm talking too much truth. Did I freeze for you guys? Jessie! Hasui's here. Hi. I was thinking about you yesterday. Oh my gosh, I'm freezing. Put the number 333 if I look fine again, or if it's still freezing. Just let me know it's freezing. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Oh, I miss you too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm talking, I go too far left, and then they start messing with the feed. And I've run experiments without like advertising it to anyone ahead of time, but like in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna just talk a little more or use a little less code words and use the actual words just to see what happens to the feed. I think even saying the word code word is like, oh, ding, 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 someone's saying something they shouldn't. It's like Big Brother and the Thought Police are on fleek today. Yay, Nellie and Jesse can have a reunion. I know you girls are good friends. Very cool. So today we are going to be pulling 2 cards for each person who is here. Yep, I got in trouble. Exactly what I was trying to say. You probably didn't see it. It was probably buffering and doing its thing. But yeah, I'm like, I was going a little too far left and they took me out, or at least warned me that, hey, you keep going at this rate, we're taking you offline, which they've done probably 3 or 4 times, handful of times. I'm just on a soapbox and then just I freeze so completely. Or one time I had my whole browser refresh, which I had cards in my hand and I'm talking like I did not refresh my own browser. I'll tell you that. I've had weird things happen. Yeah. So I guess let's get to the fun part where you guys actually get some benefit here. So let's see. If you are here, put a 444. 444, 444. All right, and that will mean that you want a card from this tarot deck. The Brit's Third Eye Tarot is what we're working with today. There we go. It's not all blown out. And Witch's Wisdom Oracle, which is a really fun one. All right, so Michelle is the first one I see, and we have here, ooh, the 3 of Cups. Very cool. So there's something to celebrate. I don't know if you're planning to go out with friends or if this is just a good indication that maybe now's the time. It doesn't have to necessarily be friends. It could be family. This a lot of times is like soul tribe or even like close-knit family vibes. Getting together, celebrating, hanging out, having really deep connections and conversations. Let's get your Witch's Wisdom Oracle for Michelle, tuning into Michelle's true spirit. Ooh, secret, Book of Shadows. Maybe you are hearing a secret from a friend or someone is confiding in you or you're confiding in somebody, quite possibly. But with the Book of Shadows, this is something maybe that you are being told, maybe just kind of hold it back and keep something close to the chest and don't tell everybody, even if you're excited. Because that's one thing I have learned just for my own personal self. Sometimes just the gratification of shouting from the rooftops the thing you're excited about almost gives you that, I don't know what the right word would be, like dopamine hit or satisfaction that even just continuing on and doing the thing would, yes, also give you, but it's almost like you're also getting that gratification or satisfaction just from talking about doing something rather than actually doing it. So if you have something you're planning to do, I would also just keep it close to the chest because the less people that know about it in the initial stages, the better, because you have less people trying to talk you out of it or poo-pooing on your idea or whatever it is. So there we go. All right. Up next, we have Jessie. Let's get Jessie's cards. All right, first one for Jessie, tuning into Jessie's true spirit. Ooh, here it is. It jumped. We have the Page of Wands. Feeling very motivated, inspired, really cool, creative ideas, very passionate about something. There's something coming up, or maybe this is something you already got going on, but you're going to be very passionate about something. You're almost feeling like you're able to wave your magic wand and manifest something. But at the same time, I do see you putting effort or work into it. So it's not like it's just coming out of nowhere. You've done your due diligence to make this thing happen. And then very interesting, we have the scrying mirror with shadow. Very interesting. And just fun fact for everybody out there. And this is something, my book series. Jessie, I'm writing again. I'm getting really far into book 2 and I'm really excited. That way, then I can go back to book 1, finish from the midpoint and get that all the way to the end again with that draft. And then I'm looking for beta readers. So we're getting there. We're getting there. But yes, what I'm saying about my books, I talk about in my books, I mean, they're fiction books, but I'm trying to dribble in nuggets of truth here and there as I can, about one of the mirrors in my main character's bedroom being a portal. I mean, really, technically, all mirrors are portals, even all your screens. I mean, even your phone screen when it's black like this. I mean, you can look into this and see your reflection. It's a portal as well. So it might be that if you are, especially at night, I'm getting like night vibes from this, Jesse. So if you are having like weird paranormal activity or just sleepless nights, insomnia, a lot of stress or anxiety coming up, especially at night, maybe closing like your curtains, because your a window can also look like a portal. Um, getting things closed down, maybe even putting like a blanket or a cloth over your TV or your monitors. One thing that I feel is helpful is even just to put, when I sleep, I don't sleep with my phone right next to me, but it's kind of across the room a little bit, and I sleep with it face down. That's just something intuitively I've just done until I really started learning more about how, especially when you are, you know, like in your sleep state, that's almost like acting as this time where your defenses are down, maybe not in the realm that you're in, but like for your physical body, for entities to come in and do all sorts of crazy stuff. But maybe you are just doing some protective measures there. And that's something I've been talking a lot about over here, is like just psychic protection, because the entity attacks are just off the chain. I just went over to my sister's house, I think it was 3 nights ago now, to deal with her dogs and do all the things with her dogs. And one of the dogs was involved in 3 fights with the other 2 dogs. And he didn't start it every time, but he was always involved. He only started one of the fights. The girl dog attacked him once, and then the other boy dog attacked him once, and then he attacked the boy dog once. And there was blood drawn on both the boys, just a little bit. But I'm like, what is happening? And then my husband and I get in the car to go back home, and something just went like this, just right down my arm. And I'm not like leaned against the passenger side, like I'm just sitting normally, and something just like brushes down, and I'm like tuning in, and I'm like, okay, I know why all those fights happened. There were entities, and I picked up 2 entities, and they passengered themselves home with me. Well, on the way home, and I just did my tuning in and threw them in the big, I'm calling it the big divine trash can of fire, and I sent them back to source. I didn't even give them an opportunity to explain or, try to see where they want to go or who they are, what they want. I'm just not messing around anymore. I'm just sending things back to the original source creator to be recycled. That's pretty much where I'm at. I'm just done with the attacks and all of it. I'm done. So if you've been dealing with anything like that, the power of your imagination is so powerful. And I know that's very interesting, because we had that mirror, and then we have the devil with the mirror looking in. So if you've been feeling a certain type of way, just know that you can shift it, you can change it. And especially with your imagination is much more powerful. And why do you think they always attack the imagination, especially once you get into like middle school, high school? There might be those one-off classes like your art class or, whatever class that you can have that bit of creative freedom, but so much. Yeah. And if that's the case, you can clear out that energy, again, by setting your intentions, using your imagination, for whatever feels like cleansing to you, because it can be different for everybody. And you want this to resonate with you, whoever it is that's doing the cleansing. If white light doesn't do it for you, maybe try blue light. Or me, I love a golden white light, because to me, white light, just in and of itself, I think of the actual sun from when I was a kid. It used to be like this beautiful golden yellow color, and now it's just so blindingly white that it's off-putting. Like it's like trying to overcompensate. Check out the new 21 Pilots single, Overcompensate. But to me, that golden white light of like the original sun that we used, well, I don't know if it's the original sun, but it's the sun we had when I was a kid that felt more in alignment with nature. We'll put it that way. I better not go too far left. They might try to buffer me again. But that is the color that I use for like this cleansing shower. Cleanse it, clear it all out. And if while you're kind of closing your eyes and tuning into your own energy or your boy's energy or, whoever's listening right now, your family's energy, your dog's energy, your whatever, and you can sense little shadows or dark spots or, creepy looking creatures or animals or, whatever it is that you can sense, you can either grab it, like with your, in your mind's eye, grab it. You don't have to like physically be doing these types of things with your eyes closed. People might start looking at you weird, but if that is something that you feel like you need to do, then please do that. But for the most part, you don't have to. You can kind of just do it in your imagination or inside your mind, using your intuition to guide you in your energy field or your child's energy field or whoever to clear out all the stuff that shouldn't be there. All right, we'll move on. So that was Jesse's message, but also a lot of other people's message too, because there was some helpful advice for everybody. All right, let's get to the next. Ooh, crown tingles. There you go. All right, next on the list, we've got Banana Anna S. If you're just joining us, drop a 444 in the chat box, and that will mean we're going to pull you 2 cards today. We're doing a 2-card pull, friends. Yes, because it's Friday. All right, so we have here Banana Anna S. We have the World card. There's something you're closing out, an ending. But I'm also seeing this being like a happy completion, something you're finally putting the finishing stamp or finishing touch on. And something I'm seeing in my mind's eye, I know this is probably not your exact example, but I have 2 candles that I need to put some finishing touches on, and then I got to drop them in the mail. And I had intended to do that yesterday, and then my sister's dog was having issues, and I, got busy and time got away from me. So there might be something that you're almost to the finish line on, or you almost finished. I mean, it could be as simple as a basket of laundry that you're like, oh man, I meant to have that folded and put away already. Today would be a really great day, and even into the weekend would be a really great time, really great day to just get those things done. And we also have intensification with Lithia. Look at that beautiful golden sun there. I love that. So as you get to the finish line on something, Banana Anna S, there might be something intensifying. Energetically speaking, I'm being asked to pull another card. So we're going to go to the shamanic medicine cards and just see what exactly this intensification is for Banana Anna S. Ooh, great. It's a mystery. But just trust. Trust it if you're feeling really intense sensations or emotions or dislike for something. Tune into it and use your intuition to trust to guide you through it. I don't see this as a bad thing. So if it does feel like a bad thing initially, like someone triggering you or someone said the wrong thing to you and you're just like getting angry and ready to amp up and, give them a piece of your mind or something, just tune in and instead of reacting, take the time to reflect on why did that trigger me? Did they actually mean it toward me, or was it just something they said and I took it personally? Or, just kind of examine, kind of deconstruct it just a bit before you then respond. Responding is much better than just reacting, because reacting is for the most part unconscious, or at least using that like subconscious, unconscious part of our brain that's just automatic. And I would even like to argue at this point, are we even in control of that part of our brain at all? No, probably not. Yeah, that's where a lot of the programming lies, if not all of the programming. But the conscious mind, that's where we have our control or our say in something. All right, up next, we got Nelly. Let's get Nelly's cards. Nelly, Nelly, Nelly. We have here concealment with cloak. So something not yet to be revealed, or maybe something you're kind of holding close to the chest for the time being. This seems like kind of a theme, because Michelle had a very similar message with just kind of the Book of Shadows, I think it was, about keeping something secret, or just knowing who to spill certain secrets to. But let's get your tarot card, Nelly, to see what this means exactly for you. But with that eclipse coming up, those of you that still subscribe to the powers of the moon and allow it to direct your life, and here's the deal. I'm no longer allowing the moon to direct my life, but in ways I think it still is, obviously. I mean, we can sit there and declare, like the funny, I said declare, and then it's like Michael Scott on The Office when he just yells, I declare bankruptcy. But then he doesn't like do anything with that. He doesn't actually like file for that bankruptcy. So it's like, you can set an intention, but it's when you actually put the action behind the intention. Like if there's a lot of moon worship going on, especially like in the New Age community, or in certain, I don't know if religion is the right word, but certain like pagan, different sects of worship and I don't know, I guess maybe religion or paganism. Wicca, I think, is really big with like moon stuff, moon cycles. I know even hoodoo is really big on only doing certain things during certain moon cycles. And I'm just kind of at the point in my life now where I'm like, I'm going to just tune into my own spirit power and do something when I'm intuitively called to do it. Even if the moon cycle isn't right, or if it goes against what my birth chart says is a good timing, I'm just going to start really tuning into my true spirit and doing things. But for Nelly, King of Pentacles, ooh. So it might be that some of your money is hidden or concealed, or you're still waiting on something. And this could be a tax, taxes coming back, you're waiting on something, or there could be hidden money that's still owed you that somehow you're finding. And it's weird because I'm like, I declare bankruptcy as like the example, but I don't see it as that extreme. I see it more the other way where money is owed you and it needs to come through rather than you owing a bunch of money somewhere, if that makes sense. But if you do have a bill that you've been kind of shuffling off or paying minimum payments on, now might be the time that you just try to put a good effort toward that bill just to get it done. If that does resonate. But for the most part, I do see this as maybe could even be some energy in your field that is blocking you from making more money. I know I'm still literally currently almost age 42 almost still dealing with money blocks from my ancestry, from soul contracts. I'm working through it. It's a process. You got to kind of peel this crap away. I'm taking this course right now where I'm learning how to destroy soul contracts. And you think, oh, well, I'm just gonna put every soul contract that's not benefiting me in this big cauldron and destroy it right now. I wished that worked. I've tried that before, but I'm still seeing evidence that it didn't quite work. So if you can take and tune into, even if you don't know where it's coming from, who it is that might be blocking your flow or income, just say any contracts, and you can start it. You can start there. And if you still see there's blockages or the flow of money isn't just on and popping for you, Nelly, start to kind of do some intuitive investigation as to, well, I remember that one boss was really hard on me, and then that I left that job, and I still think of that horrible boss from time to time. That's my own example. The last actual 9-to-5 type job I used to have, that boss still kind of haunts me in a way, and I'm sure there's still clearing I need to do in that area. But I felt grossly, and I mean grossly, underpaid for what I did. Grossly underpaid. And she almost felt like she was overpaying me. And then instead of paying me more, she just cut my hours, but expect me to do the same amount of work in less hours. So there could be something like that in your past that you still feel, even if you're in a different job, and this was years ago, there's some clearing or cleansing, Nelly, that maybe you can do to benefit you for moving forward, to allow that flow of money to really start coming in for you. All right, next up. Aw, thank you so much, Jessie. Yeah. I mean, Jessie, to date, Jessie is the only person I've read book 1 to. And of course, the state I read it to her in was a very rough, trashy draft. But she was here for it. She said she loved it. So that was nice. It was nice to hear that. It gave me that boost to keep going, So I was glad. I was glad to do that. All right, Jamie. Let's get Jamie some cards. Welcome, Jamie. It's been a minute. Hey, John, how's it going? All right, Jamie's cards today from her true spirit. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. So multi-generational, hanging out, having fun. It could even be some inheritance vibes or just knowledge or wisdom passed from the older generations to the younger. So that could even be you, Jamie, passing words of wisdom or advice, or maybe doing some fun traditions with your kids that you enjoyed as a child, or maybe you're creating new ones. There's a lot of family vibes tied up here. So what else does Jamie need to know specifically about the 10 of Pentacles, or just anything else? Ooh, feminine. And it's been very interesting because as I was shuffling, I was really looking at this card. They're all the female energies. There's the grandma, the mom, and the baby. Which a baby's dressed in blue, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a boy, but in your case, you have baby boys, right? But as I was really shuffling before this card came out, and then this just confirmed it for me, Jamie. If you are trying to conceive right now, or thinking to in the near future, I'd say, I got chills now. So I would say, hey, if that's something that's on your radar at all, go for it. And it might be a female because we do have the feminine energies going on here. But if you're looking to not get pregnant right now, I would say take extra special care in that department to not end up pregnant, okay? So very, very specific message for you there, but hey, take it as you will. So if you don't want that pregnancy right now, you best be making sure you're not getting pregnant right now. But if you were wanting it, hey, things are ready to flow. All right. Okay, it just jumped. So let's get John some cards. John. All right, cards for John. What does John need to know? Ooh, we have the Lovers. And I'm really drawn to that kind of spirally staircase that kind of twists like this. Almost looks like the double helix of DNA. And the Lovers card, to me, a lot of times does represent like the double strands of DNA. So I love that we're using this deck today, and this is coming through as like a union of your own divine masculine and divine feminine energies. And divine masculine and divine feminine are different than male, female, feminine, masculine in like the 3D way that we look at those energies. The feminine energy, it has more of a receptive quality, or being able to rest, relax, all the rewords, recuperate, reevaluate, allow that energy from outside to come to you, or even your own inner energy to rise. And then that masculine energy is the go-getter, going out, taking action. You know, the feminine is the making plans, the masculine is the taking the action. And the Lovers card, although it is Gemini energy in the tarot, that's what most people would agree, that this is Gemini energy, I also get a very Hermit vibe, because it is the 6th card in the tarot, and 6th sign is like Virgo. And Virgo, to me, it is, you know, the Hermit card as well. So I really do also get like a Hermit vibe from the Lovers card at times, or like a Virgo specifically. Instead of Gemini, go to Virgo, and then Virgo will bridge the gap over to the Hermit. There we go. Finish my train of thought. Starting to derail for a second. All right, what else for John? And then we have the fertility card. Wow. Yeah, and again, I'm not seeing this as like a pregnancy for you. This is more of a fertile ground that you're creating within your own energy field by uniting that masculine and feminine energy, the giving and the taking, the doing and the receiving, to be able to create something. And what I'm seeing here is like, see this little thing here. It reminds me of like the maypole, where they have all the ribbons, and the kids would run around the maypole and, you know, create this multicolored pole with the different ribbons. But it's like by working together, you're weaving something together. So if there's any plans that you've had, plans being that feminine energy, John, that you're now ready to take into action, or maybe you have a little bit more planning to do, that's great. You can do that. But very soon will be the time for you to put those plans into action and actually start to see that abundance or result coming from those plans that you're now taking action on, which is pretty potent, pretty powerful, especially during this time of year when we're now officially in spring, yay, where you can really start to plant some seeds and make some things happen for yourself, or accept some new opportunities into your life as well. All right. You're so welcome, Banana S. Absolutely. Swear the moon does things I can't control. I can see it in other people too. And especially if they're just gonna watch the news and be fed by the narrative, those people are so heavily controlled. They're basically what's keeping the moon construct alive. If everybody, I mean, here's the deal. Not everybody has to awaken to certain things for things to start changing. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I'm just saying that if everybody did wake up to the fact that the moon is controlling a lot more than it should be, and just said no more, the control would stop right then. Like that millisecond, it would just stop. But here's the deal. This is how I see it. As each of us is creating a reality, or let's say more co-creating a reality, more along for the ride than being in the massive creator seat. But we still have that creative potential because we do have that true spirit within us. What I would say is, if you just start living your life and acting as if, not just la 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 la, I declare bankruptcy, and then just expect things to change, but like actually be taking actions to take your power back in all sorts of ways, you will just start to see that moon having less control over your life as a byproduct of you acting as if, but also taking action in the direction you're wanting to go, which is more sovereignty and more free will, right? So that's a great point you have there, John. All right, girl, I'm feeling it. I have a girl trying to come through, right? We decided we'll have her in a few years. Yeah, there you go. So that's perfectly valid. But here's the deal, Jamie. I do believe that when you're ready to have her, she's ready. She's ready anytime. She's just kind of waiting on, you know, your life circumstances and everything to line up, but she's ready anytime. So when you're ready, it's not like you're going to have to try and try and try like some people do. It might be 1 or 2 months tops and you're, boom, pregnant. So in the meantime, if you're not ready, just be very precautious because she wants to come through. I feel she has some really big power to make some changes here in this realm. So heck yeah. You talked about this last night. Oh my gosh, I have chills, Jamie. She is so close to this side, ready to just not to try to speed you up. Be ready. You be ready. She'll be ready when you are, but she's ready. So, but she wants you to be ready. Got it. All right. And I don't know if you already have her name picked out, but she's like jumping up and down, like she likes the name. So if you haven't picked the name yet, whatever name you pick, she's gonna like it. I don't know. I don't know exactly if you've already got it figured, but she's excited. She's excited about the name. All right. And I don't know if you're naming her after somebody or if her middle name is named after somebody. I've just chills, Jamie. She's strong. Strong spirit. I love that. All right. Anyone else? Last call for a free 2-card pull. If you have not received one yet, put a 444 in the chat over here on my screen. Oh, Linda, did I skip you? I know you put a 444. Darn, I did. Oh, I just didn't see it. It was kind of buried there. Okay, let's do Linda's. Linda, tuning into Linda's true spirit. What does she need to know? And we have your guidance with tarot cards. That's exactly what we're doing right now. So if you have your own deck, you might even really be able to tune into your true spirit to bring guidance through the cards. That's how I always set the intention when I'm doing cards. I always connect to my true spirit and, of course, the true spirits of those of you that want cards pulled here. I'm not talking to spirit guides. I, at times, will talk to crossed over loved ones, but I got to vet them out first. I'm not just going to let any old, spirit pretending or possibly pretending to be who you're looking to talk to. I try to do my due diligence to vet these people out. But a lot of times they're ready to come through. But there might be some guidance you're getting from your parents because we were talking about crossover loved ones, Linda. What else does Linda need to know? I'm actually going to open this window. It's so hot in here. And where's my fan? Let's turn this fan on too. Let's do it. All right. My kids are out on the trampoline right below us here. So hopefully they aren't too loud. Oh, that's so much better. Just cracking the window a little bit and turn that fan on. Linda. Hi, American Honey. Go ahead and put a 444 in the chat, and that'll let me know you want a 2-card pull. Instead of a 1-card pull, today we're doing a 2. Linda. Ooh, 10 of Swords. Okay. So there might be something you're closing out. I'm going to get a clarifier on this from the shamanic medicine oracle. This to me feels very like mental clutter you're pulling out of your brain space, like your aura, your energy, to allow more of your intuition to come online. I'm really glad I'm using this deck specifically today because it's got just such different depictions than your normal traditional Rider-Waite deck. But maybe even if you're pulling your own cards for yourself, Linda, really look into, if you're not using, or even if you are using the traditional deck, really look at what's going on the cards to see if your intuition can pick out or reach for any hints that are being given to you in the cards. Even that kind of purpley lavender, kind of going into the violet purple color, might be a power color for you right now. But let's pull a clarifier on what this 10 of Swords is in relation to. Rattle with disperse. Okay, so it could just be belief systems you're looking to get rid of, because this is about letting go or getting rid of something. So you're ready to level up. That's really what I see here, is to let go of playing small in some way, specifically spiritually, or just in the way that you see yourself in your own mind's eye. You're just really starting to realize how powerful and amazing and intuitive you are. And you're allowing the thought process that says, oh, you're stupid, you're this, you're that, all the just negative things that may go through your mind about you. That's not you thinking them. That's a lot of just outside interference, kind of hive mind, collective, even at times entity interference, as we've talked about here ad nauseum. But it's like you're busting right out of that and allowing that true spirit to come in by dispersing a lot of this just negative, disgusting 3D energy that's just not needed anymore, this is powerful, Linda. So if you're feeling a certain type of way, maybe do some clearing or cleansing and just see if you feel better, especially if you've got a lot of thoughts that are kind of spiraling, or negative thoughts, stress, worry, anxiety, all those fun things, that happen, especially when you think about the future. The stress, the worry, the anxiety can really come in when you're thinking especially about the future or how you're going to be able to pull this off or do that. It's almost like we can borrow trouble, or those thoughts come in and make us feel like we're borrowing trouble for a future event that may or may not even happen. Case in point is like prepper people. Not to say there's anything wrong with prepping, but some of these people are taking it to such an extreme that we want to prepare, but we don't want to just pretend like life is over either. So it's almost like you are closing out some extreme thinking, maybe in a way. Let's see. Oh, your Oracle card pull today was activation, and you just pulled the Empress card for your tarot pull. I love that. Hi, Kalite. Go ahead and put a 444 in the chat. Last call. Anybody else who wants a 2-card pull? Yeah, not 1, but 2. We're doing 2 today. And we don't have any donations, so we're going to get right into our giveaway and our drawing. All right, Kalite wants some cards. Okay, here we go. Tuning into Kalite's wonderful spirit. Ooh, we have the Chariot. Very Katniss Everdeen or Merida from Brave vibes going on here with the archery. I love this. But yeah, you're like taking aim on something. Maybe you haven't released that arrow yet, but you're taking aim on something and you're ready. So you might be in the planning stage for something, but this is pretty powerful. I mean, it's on fire. Like she's passionate. So if you're not feeling this energy yet, this could be coming for you. I'd say in the next 2 weeks to 2 months is kind of the time frame I'm getting. But it could be as soon as tomorrow, for all we know. But just energetically speaking, look at all the power, this kind of yellow energy behind this arrow that's going to be directed at whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. This is potent energy. And of course, when we pull the Chariot, I always have to remind you, at the heart of this card, it's about success. So even if you feel after you make a choice between one thing or another, or a multitude of things, and you finally make a choice or pluck an opportunity, and then you start to second guess yourself almost instantly, don't do that because you made the right choice. So there you go. And we have an interruption here named Wrigley. No, you can't be in here. Hello. Can you at least say hi?
Hi.
You're not playing. Come show yourself so everyone can see you. And let's get Kalite one more card. This card just wants to keep coming out. So again, oh, and look, move that little list there. Very similar vibe with I was just really drawn to all this here. Just all that power behind that arrow ready to go. And you've got a similar kind of depiction going on here. But there's like, fertility. It's about having something ripe and ready to be, this opportunity is really ready to happen. Where are you going? Very exciting stuff. So between 2 weeks, 2 months, could be sooner rather than later, depending on, time frame. I always say it's like that rubber band anyway. So if you're ready to rock now on this energy, then go ahead and get started. If you're still unsure what this even means, it'll start to come to you and then you'll know. All right, last call. Put a 444 in the chat for a free 2-card pull today. 2 cards we're doing. And we don't have any donations yet, so right after we finish here, I know we're a little longer into this, but I did talk and ramble for a while, so that's okay. All right, last call. Oh, I'm getting a text. Threads of Fate Tarot, cool. Threads of Fate Tarot. Ooh, it's 11:44, and I was just saying on the last live stream, I'm not even seeing those repeating numbers anymore. I just did, though. What are you doing? What are you doing here? All right, 444. Yes. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pull 2 cards for Firestorm Lady, and then Wrigley's gonna pull a card from each of these 2 decks for all of you here and watching the replay that want to be in on it. Okay. So first, let me pull this lady's card. Okay. All right. Firestorm Lady. Ooh, we have the 5 of Swords. So she doesn't look very happy. And normally the 5 of Swords is there are no winners here kind of vibe or kind of energy. But this to me, swords usually do deal in like the mental realm. I'm going to actually, before I pull this card, get a clarifier on this 5 of Swords just to see if this is, yeah, those other swords though are broken. So it's almost like you've overcome something. Even if you felt for a minute there are no winners here. You're seeing how, because this thing happened, or if it hasn't happened yet, it could be an argument, could be a disagreement, could be that you're just so done with a community, a belief system. It feels, again, very mental, something you think about or process a lot. You're ready to leave it behind. And it might be heartbreaking to do so because she's carrying 3 swords away, but 2 are broken. But the confusion is gone because the 2 of Swords indicates confusion, being blind, and not knowing what direction to go. So yes, it might be heartbreaking to walk away from something, but you're going to be able to heal the wounding of that Three of Swords and be able to actually create something really beautiful. But let's get a clarifier on that from the Shamanic Medicine cards. Yeah, you're dispersing the group or the crowd or the belief systems or, whatever it is. If this is, it's in the mental realm, which could deal in, relationships and how people relate with each other. But more than anything, I'm just seeing this as like negative thoughts and belief systems, just not feeling worthy, not feeling good enough. You're breaking the, the barrier and the chain on that and just being ready to be done with that, with something specifically. This is going to be a game changer for you. Let's get your Witch's Wisdom Oracle, Firestorm Lady. Yeah, just a moment. Oh, Marlene's here. Marlene, you actually won the giveaway a few live streams back. You might have to click back the last couple. I know it wasn't last live stream. That was Valerie Lyon that won that one. I mean, I don't know that it was the one before, so it might have been 3, maybe 4 live streams ago. You won the giveaway. So go check it out if you haven't. Yeah, good to see you back, Marlene. But Firestorm Lady. Ooh, dedication. Yeah. And a lot of times when we want to clear, the baggage, the wounds, the traumas, the shadows, do the healing, all the fun things, or as I now call it, peeling. Because, we are whole and complete in that spiritual realm. We are whole and complete. It's just when we're here, we're bogged down with these soul contracts and all this just cluster of yuck, we feel not whole and complete, but we are. Deep down we are, and sometimes even more to the surface, but we just don't realize it. So as we peel away all this BS, we get to the heart of who we are, but it takes a lot of work and dedication. A lot. I would say, and I was thinking about this when I was driving back from my sister's house. Yes, that's all I've done this whole week is just hang out at my sister's house with her dogs and come home, do a bunch of things at home, and then go back to my sister's house. So a lot of my real world examples are talking about that. But I was on my way back, and I was like, in essence, we really should be clearing our energy as many times as we brush our teeth in a day or a week. It should be, like bare minimum, that should be how often we are cleansing, clearing, and then putting up the protection and the boundaries and just making sure everything's clean and clear, because the attacks are that rampant right now and that prevalent, and I don't see them slowing down or getting better anytime soon. It's just as we clear and cleanse and declutter, our mental space, our emotional space, our etheric space, our physical space, we got to keep it up though. It's just like brushing teeth or washing laundry or doing dishes. These things just keep coming up, popping up, and we just got to keep doing them every single day. Which can feel like a chore in and of itself, but I think it's a very important chore that we should be taking on. All right, let's get Marlene's card, and then we're gonna have Wrigley pull a card, a card from each of these decks for a collective message. So don't go yet. And we don't have any donations, so we're gonna get right into the giveaway right after this. All right, Marlene, you're so welcome, Firestorm Lady. Absolutely, welcome to our chat here. All right, Marlene, we have the Three of Wands. You're ready to move forward on something or take action. I don't know if there was a trip planned or vacation or even just traveling across town to do something, like big errand you're running, something like that. But you're going to feel really good because this is like taking action on something that's been in the planning stages. All right, what else for Marlene? What else does she need to know about this Three of Wands or just anything else in general? Ooh, security with the Witch's Cottage. So I don't know if you're making some improvements around the home or even like the yard, because we're looking at the outside surface or, the outside area of this Witch's Cottage here. But it looks very dazzling and clean and also natural. It's not so prim and proper and clean that, all the bushes are cut into squares or anything like that. Like it's cared for, but not completely controlled. You know what I mean? So there might be some areas in your home or outside your home that, maybe they don't look perfect, but they feel under control. So this could be, getting the laundry under control or the kids' rooms or, whatever it is. But this time of year just is a really great time to start taking action on, purging, decluttering, deep cleaning, not just like our physical home, and our vehicle is also very important extension of us, because that's how we get from point A to point B for most of us. Not everybody has a vehicle, but if you do, keeping and maintaining, the health and the life of the vehicle is very important, but also maintaining the the cleanliness of the vehicle and the cluttered level of the vehicle is also very important, specifically for your love life. Fun fact. Because Venus actually rules your vehicles and also your home, but Venus is also in control of your love life. And if we have dirty homes, we got clutter going on here. It can start to affect your love life in really weird ways that you would not expect. So keeping things, as they say, cleanliness is next to godliness or close to godliness. And what godliness are we exactly talking about? The gods of this matrix or the original source creator? I'm not sure, but there is such wisdom in that saying, I think, just because when things are clean and clear, we just feel lighter. We feel like we can breathe, Sounds like my home. Under control are good words. There we go. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the thing. There is no such thing, probably, is perfection, at least in this matrix system. So just getting things to feel like you're in the driver's seat with them, that's what we're really aiming for here. All right, Wrigley's going to pick a card for all of us watching now and on the replay. It's a collective message. Oh, we got to plug that in because it's going to start. This is an older laptop, so the battery just starts going quick if I don't have it plugged in. There we go. Take a drink of my coffee while he picks from the first deck. Oh, he picked the very last card on the bottom of the deck. So this is like underlying energy for everybody. And we have the Queen of Swords. And when he pulled this, and Linda says, "Thank you, Wrigley, for picking cards." He smiled. When we get this, what I heard is speaking it into being. So whatever it is that you are, and not just, and I used to just try to think things rather than speak them out loud because, usually there's people around or whatever. I've now come to this big realization in my 40s that if you can actually use your voice, because, thoughts are things, yes, absolutely they are, and they have power and they have wisdom. But when we can take that thought and then speak it out loud, like, telling the entities they are not welcome here, or say, I'm going to get that job, or, whatever it is you're wanting to speak into being, literally speaking it out loud has so much more power than just thinking it really hard. You can think it really hard and speak it at the same time, and that's very powerful. So speak what you're looking to speak. And then he pulled the next card, which is protection. So specifically, I can speak, I swear. Specifically about magic circle, creating a magic circle or a protection around your home, your vehicle, your physical body, your family, your dogs, your cats, whatever it is. You're creating protection by speaking it into being. Because there is a lot of power to be held within actually using your voice that you were given. Because think of it, even though there could be people in your life or, different celebrities or whatever that may have a similar voice to somebody else, each person that's ever been born has a very unique vibration to the way, maybe the way that they say what they're talking about, or, maybe they like to giggle a lot, or maybe they're very stoic and they're just very monotone. Each person has, power behind their voice, and their voice is uniquely theirs. So it is very powerful. He also pulled the Herbal Kitchen Alchemist card. So this might be you mixing potions and literally creating alchemy with cooking, or maybe you're making some tea with things that you have on hand at home, or maybe you're wanting to plant a garden with herbs and stuff that you can use in your kitchen. Or we can take this more metaphorically, and this alchemy of being able to transmute negative energy into something positive. We can take this alchemy message in a lot of different ways. But specifically, if you are doing any kind of kitchen magic or herb magic, boom, big, powerful stuff there. All right, Wrigley, I think we got all of them. Okay. Oh, he's pulling one more. He's just a pulling machine. Oh, and then we have the Four of Wands. So we were just talking about the kitchen. Well, the Four of Wands is the home. And especially if you live with more than just yourself, even if it's just a few animals or, a spouse or a couple kids or, whatever your roommates, whatever your living situation is, it's about working together to create this harmony of home. Even if, you're just realizing that, one of your kids is very messy. For me, it's that one. Actually, it's both of them, but especially that one. Sometimes just closing the door is the best thing you can do for your own mental health as far as his bedroom. But of course, a lot of times I have to involve myself in his room or things can get out of hand really fast. He will just leave his laundry in there, and before I know it, I can't find any socks. I can't find any jeans, you know. So it's like searching out all the nooks and crannies for all the socks and the jeans and the, you know, cups that he leaves laying around, stuff like this. So it's about creating harmony in the home. All right. Okay, last card. Can you come over here real quick and tell us what you think this means? I want to hear what you think. If you were doing a reading for somebody and you saw this card, just look at the picture. What does that make you feel?
I don't know.
You would just tell them you don't know? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's a message too. Maybe you're feeling unsure of what to do. Just like, I don't know. I mean, this person does look a little sad, a little like things went wrong or they didn't work out in the way that they wanted them to. And of course, that moon and an energy there. You know, this a lot of times does deal with the subconscious mind. And now I know, now I really know why, right? It's the moon again. Now I know why they say the moon controls the subconscious mind, because I think it literally does. Like, literally does. So, yep, par for that course. There it is. I want to get a clarifier on this moon. I know this is going to be the last card, but here, we're going to get the official last card. Wrigley, do you want to be the one to pick it?
Yeah.
The clarifier on this moon energy. What do we need to know about this moon energy? And normally we don't do the one card pull and then a collective, but Wrigley wanted to, so we're doing it. Ooh, the Two of Wands. Okay, so this is about making plans or shifting the way that you do things, especially considering or concerning the moon. Maybe you don't feel like you have complete control over your life in any way in this matrix, and that's okay, because who does? Probably not many, if not any. But this is about making plans and starting to take action in ways, like we were talking about earlier, to take your power back from that moon energy. And especially because we do have that eclipse, 2 eclipses, a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse on March 25th and then again on April 8th. 2 eclipses. We're in the eclipse season very soon here, within a handful of days from now, 3 days from now. We're probably already feeling, those of us that do. I actually, weirdly, I am feeling it in the way of, you know, that entity attack after I came home from my sister's and that kind of way. So I really do feel like this, it's a time for protection. And my mom even sent me this thing. And again, you guys know, at least from what I tell you, you know that I don't go and watch news, even a lot of times alternative news. I don't want to feed into certain narratives with my energy. Where attention goes, energy flows. So I just try to, no, I'm good. And especially with this eclipse coming up, I'm just trying my best to just avoid anything talking about it. But she sent me the video and I'm like, I'll listen to it. And I listened to it. Can you plug that back in? And it was talking about how there's a state of emergency called in like Texas and other states during this great solar eclipse ahead of time. They're telling people to check their transmission fluid levels and make sure their gas is topped off on their cars. It's like, what are they expecting? I mean, yes, these eclipses happen every single year. Maybe not these big eclipses where they're visible like in certain areas, but I would say if you can, and I know you might have your own beliefs on it, and please follow your own beliefs over mine anyway. But just intuitively feel in. Does it feel good if you are in the eclipse path to watch it? Even the ancients, when they knew, you know, because they could even kind of tell when these eclipses were coming, they would go into their caves and their homes and their lodgings and they would rest, relax, fast, and just not even give any attention to that energy. They knew something that many of us didn't now, but they knew it then. So I would just say it would be in all of our best interest to try to, you know, again, if it resonates, if it doesn't, just let this message fly right on by. It's not for you and that's okay. But do your best to just take your power back from any eclipse, any moon, any full moon, new moon, first quarter moon, balsamic moon, any of the moons. Take that power back and, you know, we'll still hear about the moon all the time because it is everywhere in mainstream media, in, you know, tarot cards, in, you know, I mean, this could almost look like a moon, this aura painting I created for my own aura. Like, but that light in the center there, it's supposed to be kind of a golden yellow. It's like the fractal of spirit. But it almost looks like a sun or a moon, you know, just from this vantage point. But moon symbolism is everywhere, and for a reason. So take your power back. If you so choose, if you don't mind that the moon has that much control over you and your body and your thoughts and your programming and how you show up, then that's okay. Say watching a solar eclipse is up there with the birth of their kids. Yeah, and I just never really understood that. I mean, even as a kid, I'm like, I mean, it's cool, I guess, that it gets dark for a little bit here and there. Like it's eerie looking outside when that's going on. And I didn't try to look at the last Great American Eclipse that happened in August. I think it was like August 18th of 2017. Sometime in August of 2017 was that first path across the U.S. And then this 7 years later, is it 7? Yeah, 7 years later, this new eclipse coming on April 8th is creating, those two eclipse paths are creating an X. And I think they're crossing somewhere in Kentucky, like the paths that cross. X marks the spot. Somewhere in Kentucky, I think it is. I could be wrong on that. It might be Alabama. I don't know my geography as much as I should, and I don't know. But all of this is written in the Bible in ways, it's not all literal. A lot of it's metaphoric. But there are clues to what's going on right now in lots of ancient texts. Yeah. I've never seen one, but I can't imagine that. Yeah. In the one in 2017, it was weird. It was so eerie outside. And it was weird because I saw like this neighbor over here and this other neighbor. They had the little box with I think like a toilet paper roll so they could like look in and see the reflection of the eclipse. I don't know exactly how that is, but I saw both of these neighbors out here doing that. And I'm like, huh. But even then, I mean, this was in 2017. I had the big awakening 2016. I just didn't feel right about, I mean, I wasn't going to hide in a cave or anything, but I didn't want to like look at it or give it too much attention. But my kids were little. Wrigley was 3 and Boston was 8. No, 7. And I told him, it was funny because coming up before the eclipse happened, I told him, it's almost bedtime, you guys. And they're like, no, it's morning, the kids. Because it happened like midday, like 1 or 2 p.m., I think. I'm like, no, it's almost bedtime. And then Boston's like, but we just had lunch, Mom. You're lying. And sure enough, it starts to kind of get weird. It's not like it's getting dark. It's just like someone threw, like, if you have a light on, someone throws like a blanket over the lampshade or something. It dims it out. It's not dark, but like it dims it out in a weird, it's an eerie light. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but although I was not anywhere near the path of totality up here in the northwest part of Montana, we still got the eerie light, and part of the sun was covered from our vantage point. Not that I was looking at the sun, but just seeing everything else. I was like, whoa, this is eerie. And it lasted a while. I want to say close to an hour, maybe more. But the totality part of it, or as much of the totality as we got here, I mean, it didn't last like a crazy long time, maybe 15 minutes or so. I can't quite remember, so don't quote me on all those times. Yeah, Southwest Kentucky. There you go. All right. We're going to have a no donation day, I think. So let's get into our giveaway. And our drawing. So I'm going to have this ready. So those of you that are here and don't know what exactly we're doing for this giveaway, no real rules here, but directions. All you have to do is guess or use your intuition which tarot card I'm going to pull out of this deck, and whoever gets that tarot card, you gotta say it in the chat. Just start. You can start right now, even spitting out what tarot card you think I'm going to pull out of this deck, and whoever gets it first wins the reading. And it's a reading. Yes, 1111 value. Ooh, I love this. This is very cool. So everybody who's here, feel free. Just go ahead and after a while, if no one's getting it, I'm going to narrow it down and tell you, a hint as to maybe get you a little closer. All right. See, it's going to be pretty easy to win today because I think we only have 4 or 5 people that are trying to win here. All right. So I'm going to narrow it down. It is a Major Arcana energy card. Yes, Major Arcana. Let you see it real up close and personal here. Can you see through it? Maybe you can see through it and see what it is. Oh, Linda and Marlene both got it. And I know on my back end it might be different. And you might see it in a different order. So I'm going to give it to both of you ladies. The Fool, brand new baby energy, brand new opportunity, clean slate, good stuff. So both Linda and Marlene, go ahead and post a question, and we're going to get into it for you ladies and everybody else, and you two lovely ladies. Put the number 777 in the chat, and I will write your name on a piece of paper, and then we'll put your name in here, and then we're going to draw today's drawing winner as well. All right, so here we go. I've cut myself some new strips here for everybody's drawing entry. Okay, this is the part that takes the longest. All right. Boom, we got it done. All right, now I'm going to write everyone's names out first, and then I'll show you the name and drop it in the pouch so you can see that, yes, you were entered. Okay, so the first 777 I see is John. And next we have Linda H. Separate these out. There we go. Of course, my pen keeps slipping. Polite, let's get you entered. And Michelle. And Queen Bee. Welcome, Queen Bee. Good to see you. And drum roll, please. Banana Anna S. And Jessie. Hasui. Soto. And Marlene. Yeah, she's like, wait, what? Yeah, I'm here, Brandy. We decided to do something this evening. My sister's dog is like injured or not doing very well, so I didn't feel good leaving town even for a few hours with him not doing so hot. So yeah, we're going to do something this evening instead. So here I am. So we got Jessie. Okay, so Marlene. And next we got Brandy Lynn. All right, I got to cut more. Oh my goodness, I don't think that's ever happened before. Just rolled in. Yeah. Yeah, we did a one card pull for everybody at the first, well, I think it lasted like 40 minutes because I just kind of went in and did some longer readings for whatever reason. And then Wrigley showed up. So we also did a collective reading when I was done with all that. So yeah, there's something for everybody today. Plus we just did the giveaway, and 2 people got it right back to back. So I gave it to both of them, Linda and Marlene. Congratulations. And we're about now to enter our drawing, as you well know, because you're here. And Florence is here. Yay, welcome, Florence. And thus far, we haven't had any donations. So we're just still kind of operating on all the free content right now. It may be a totally free Friday. I don't know. All right. Let's get these strips created. So we have Amanda. Welcome, Amanda. And welcome, Florence. So I'm going to enter you lovely ladies as well. And then I'm going to put all of these names in the pouch. I can cut them straight, that'd be awesome. Some of these got a little small and others got a little big, but that's okay. All right, let's get Amanda entered. So I know how to spell that one. Yes, I do, since that's my name too. Amanda Filburn. I hope that I'm saying that right. Filburn. Hope I can say. Let me cross that out. I don't know that I can read that at a later date. Burn. I ran out of room. Phil Burn. There we go. And Florence B. Okay. So, pouch. It was here. Where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. Like, it does appear on. Oh, you just booked a reading. Awesome. Well, cool. Well, then we have a donation, you my friends. So Florence B. Let's get you in there. Oops. Hold it. Put it. Brandy Lynn entered. We've got Marlene. Jesse Hasui Soto. We've got Marlene. There we go. Entered. We've got Banana Anna S. Entered. We've got John. Entered. We've got Amanda Philburn. See, I ran out of room. I'm like, it looks like it says Phil Bum, and I don't want to, if you win at a later time or today, especially if it's later, I'm gonna have to write it in the comment so you can get your reading. But yes, and that's the thing. If you are new here or you've only been here a handful of times, you don't know how this works. Even if I don't pull your name out of here today, look at all these past live stream names that are still in here. And I will pull one usually every single live stream. I think there was one time I forgot, but we had like an attack of trolls come in and we were just busy. I know Brandy Lynn and John were here during the troll attack. So I forgot to do the giveaway and the drawing that time. So then we have Queen Bee. So I might pull your name, say, a month from now or the next live stream. And you don't even have to come and watch the whole live stream to see if you won. What'll happen is I will, pull the winner. If the winner is not present, then when the live stream is over, I will leave a comment saying who the drawing winner was. So let's just say for the sake of argument, it was Queen Bee 4 live streams from now. So I will leave your timestamp. So you don't even have to watch the whole live stream. You can just see the timestamp and go right to your reading. And it'll be pinned as the top comment under the live stream. So if you miss a handful of live streams or a whole bunch of live streams, you can just click on each one, check the top comment, and see if your name is there. And if it isn't, check the next one. And if it is, great, you won and you got your win. There you go. And Kalite, let's get you entered. And last but not least, we've got Linda. Perfect. Okay. Well, now, time has come. Let's go ahead and pull today's drawing winner, and it is Brandy Lynn. Brandy Lynn won the drawing today, and Linda and Marlene were tied for winner on our giveaway. So let's get into their questions. I know Marlene said she wanted a general reading, and I don't know, I have to scroll back up and see if Linda left her question up top here somewhere. Oh, there it is. So I want to say I saw Linda win first, so we'll start with Linda and then we'll do Marlene's general. Okay, and of course, for both of you in your readings, the Fool energy is the card you selected for your win, so that's involved here. So of course, the Fool being new opportunities, abundance, clean slate, and I love that we've got the infinity symbol above the head here. That means just like limitless potential, right? Unlimited possibility, which is there really in the Matrix? I don't know. But hey, this is about us taking our power back, our sovereignty back to make that a reality for ourselves. So will my son get the internship for the summer? He applied for 3 so far and has heard nothing. All right, let's find out. Linda's son internship. The son! I'd say that's a big yes. And I'm hearing the second one he applied for, or the one, in the lineup. Hey, get the dogs out of here. Yeah, so there might be interruptions. My 2 dogs just came in. So the second opportunity he's going to hear back from it, it's going to be a yes. Ruthie. Yeah. Let's take a quick pause so we can see. She's getting so big. She's huge. She's my Ruthie. Show him Arthur. This is Baby Wood. Hi, Baby Wood. And here's little Pup. He's still big, but small. Got dog hair in my mouth. Always. This is Arthur, big baby boy. Yes, hi, Pup. All right, you gotta take him downstairs. Go throw the ring for him, or the ball. Gotta get her out. She's just gonna look for any scrap of anything Boston dropped by the computer. Sorry for the interruption, you guys. Dog break. Okay. Anything else Linda needs to know about her son's for this internship? Knocked over the garbage can with all the bottles in it. Okay. So we have the Wiccan read with ethos. So I don't know how into manifestation and all that type of stuff your son is, but we also have the cauldron with containment. This is and of course, yes, I'm using the witch's wisdom oracle, but this is like setting an intention or manifestation, power of positive thinking is kind of the vibe I'm getting here, for as to how he may, get the job or the internship or hear back. So just try to tell him, maybe if he's not really into manifestation and all that, to think positively, and he'll get it. Because on the back of the deck, we also have here fulfillment with Chalice. So yeah, he's going to definitely fulfill one of the positions he applied for, and it feels like that second opportunity or second internship he applied for is going to be the one he gets. He may hear back from multiple, though. I had 2 dogs come in. So maybe he's hearing back from 2 of the 3, or it's the second one he applied for. We could take that message a few ways. So take what resonates. But yeah, just tell him positive thinking, but there's definitely an opportunity coming in. Clean slate, fresh energy, which that's exactly what an internship is you've never done this before, but now here you are, ready to learn and expand your horizons, unless it's like the internship I had in college and it was a complete waste of time. But hey, it acted as the credit for the internship I needed, and I guess that was what its purpose was for me anyway. But there are internships out there that are valuable, and I do see him being able to get some value out of this because we have fulfillment. So he is feeling fulfilled in whatever it is that he gets into. All right, Linda, I hope that resonated for you. So Marlene wants a general. Oh, Brandy Lynn, her name is flying across the desk because of my fan. You're back again? Is that a strawberry? We just got back from the store not too long before the live stream. $8, almost $9 for a small bag of grapes. I was like, what? Everything is so expensive right now. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's get into Marlene. Marlene's question. General reading. What does Marlene need to know, please? Spirit. Ooh, we have the 4 of Cups. So I'm hearing decisions. And normally that's like a 7 of Cups vibe. But it's like she's like in a meditative state. And the 4 of Cups is normally someone very focused on something to where they can't see this other opportunity. But I'm almost reading this as, being able to kind of center yourself, ground yourself in your own energy to make a decision or to be able to see the opportunities that are coming toward you that are beneficial. So it's a very receptive energy rather than going out and trying to take action on some opportunity. It's like the opportunity is going to come to you, and then it's going to be up to you to decide, do I want to take this opportunity? Do I want to let it pass and let another opportunity come my way? But let's get one of these cards just to see anything else Marlene needs to know about this opportunity, this situation. Containment with Cauldron. So yeah, you're going to be able to create space. That's what I'm hearing, is to create space. It's like some of these are overflowing here or spilling out to make room, energetically making room or space, because we can only, these cups and this cauldron can only contain the amount of liquid that we have space for. So if they're already half full with, stuff that's old energy, dusty energy, this really does go hand in hand with your earlier reading about clearing out all the stuff you don't need, be it thought forms, be it belief systems, be it physical items in your home, your car, maybe even just like paring down things and only keeping what you actually use. And that creates room like in a closet or a drawer for not just to come back and fill it with more stuff, but just to allow the energy to be able to flow. So I really do see that you are creating space in your life for opportunities by, removing or letting flow, letting go of that energy that's no longer serving you, or you're just not like, oh, that shirt's fine, but like I have 4 others that are similar-ish, and it's probably the oldest one, so we're going to let that one go. And again, that just lightens the load a little bit and, gives you the space for that new energy to come in. So very cool message from Arlene. All right, let's get into Florence's question for her friend. Oh. All right. Oh, you've been feeling more clarity in your mind. Yeah, I feel like that's a result of you like purposely doing that. Even if you didn't realize you were doing it, but there was something you were doing that was really putting that, getting that clarity come through for you. I can talk, I swear. All right. So how can I anchor and stabilize from 0 point energy field within my human vessel? Ooh, I love it. What a cool question. So how can Florence anchor and stabilize the 0 point energy field within her human vessel. Wow, it's going to take work. And we did talk about this already in some reading. I think it was the collective reading we did. Oh, for Ella. Okay. Well, that's what you said earlier. So yes. But I will pull another card just in case. But this, I would say, is general for anybody that wants to do what this question is asking, is to be dedicated to the cause. We have to keep, if we want to get good at something, we have to practice. We have to show up day after day after day after week after month after year, sometimes decades sometimes, to make that thing a reality for us. But let's tune specifically into Ella's energy, just in case we get a different message or something to add to it. I did set that intention in my mind, but I said the question as Florence typed it out. So I want to make sure there's no confusion here. So Ella, how Ella can anchor and stabilize the 0 point field within her human vessel. Wow. With security, Witch's Cottage, making a sanctuary, making, again, like an altar or your home. These are like sacred spaces. So it's like dedicating a sacred space for her, which, in this case, the physical body, treating the physical body, for Ella to treat her physical body as a sacred space, as a sanctuary where her spirit can reside in this crazy world we are in here. But making the best vessel possible by being healthy, by being clear of toxins, by getting proper rest and hydration and nutrition, if that's even possible with the hydration and nutrition, because there are so many people that just drink water and water and water, but is it truly hydrating anymore with all the stuff they're putting in it, or that just gets caught and accumulated in the water and in the food? It's anyone's guess if there's anything actually healthy left under the sun, because they've tampered and toxified everything. But again, Ella, setting those intentions to be able to, if there are toxins in the food and water, to clear those just by using your own spiritual energy to clear any toxins or things that are just not in your highest good for your physical body or your spirit, that they will just be flushed right out the system with all the other wastes in the body. So that's something you can do to really just set very clear boundaries and intentions. Even if you know something's not good for you, just trying to reap the maximum amount of benefit from it will really help you. All right, so how can Ella anchor and stabilize the 0 point energy field within her human vessel? Wow. It's like you're already doing this in your sleep. But then there's that moon. Keep coming up for more. So there is something about the moon trying to control your energy field in such a way that it's almost circumventing, like this energy that's meant for you. All this 0 point energy that you're looking to bring into your vessel is like bypassing you and going to fuel the moon. But this is also part of the subconscious mind, this moon card, this moon energy. So this is about reclaiming, literally speaking into being, speaking out loud. I reclaim any of my energy that is being bypassed from me and going to the moon, and I take it back. It's mine. I'm reclaiming it. But that's going to take some dedication, because, the moon is always doing its thing. And with everybody still, really up on the moon. I mean, they even told us in the Truman Show where they were controlling him from. He was in that, like, I don't know what you want to call it, like control center inside the moon. What? So yeah, I really do see this as Ella taking her power back by claiming that power back. Anything else Ella needs to know? How to anchor and stabilize the 0 point energy field within the human vessel. Wow. Yeah. Temperance. She's going to be able to do it. But again, dedication, making a sanctuary or a secure space, a safe space that's protected from any outside infiltration of the moon or any toxins or any just nefarious or negative entities or energies looking to get to that 0 point energy field that's meant for this human body, meaning Ella, and trying to take, or maybe they do allow, or that energy does reach you, but then they siphon your energy by doing whatever it is, bad attacks, or, things are just really difficult in the more 3D world, and then that takes you off your spiritual path, or at least makes it more difficult. But this is about, again, being very dedicated to your spiritual path and, that union of, no, I don't want to leave the site, cancel. That union of mind, body, spirit coming together. All right, let's grab a couple of these shamanic medicine cards to see anything else before we close out for Ella. How Ella can anchor and stabilize the 0-point energy field within her human vessel. Wow, purge. Yes, and this is about clearing those toxins, clearing anything that's not serving the physical body, and even the mental field, because the mental field is very infiltrated as well, if not just as much as the physical. We're being hit on all fronts, really. So this is about really tuning into your own spiritual wisdom. The owl to me represents wisdom. And this is, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, those that know owls. Is that a barn owl? I want to say it's a barn owl, but maybe just Google types of owls, Ella, and see which one looks the most like this, and then look up the spiritual meaning of that specific owl. But really, I'm getting the message of wisdom, of intuition, of it's like crone energy, maiden, mother, and crone. It's like that older, very wise energy, very, very much coming through. Yes, barn owl. Okay, cool. I always want to call him a snow owl, but I know that's different. And then I can picture the snow owl with the white and the black spots, and yeah. I think there might even be more than one type of snow owl, but all right. Anything else Ella needs to know about anchoring and stabilizing? Yeah, it's about like what we were talking about in Marlene's message right before your reading, Ella, about sometimes, our cauldron or our cup can only hold so much liquid or energy. But if we have half or more of this filled up with just gunk and junk and stuff that we're not even using, don't even need, don't even want, it's going to be really hard for that good 0-point energy to make its way in. So we got to make space, make room by clearing out all, dumping out all the toxins and the negativity and just the stuff that's not serving what it is you're trying to create or become or do or create, all the things. But, you say it's chock full up to here with stuff you don't want or need, and you can clear out this much. And maybe this stuff that's, down in the bottom here is good stuff that you want to keep and hold on to. Great. Well, look, you've made this much space for that 0-point energy to come in and really benefit. So it's about really clearing and cleansing first. I think that's like step 1, and then protecting your energy field, step 2. But really, protection and clearing really do go hand in hand. And they are, something you have to be very dedicated to. And we're talking, like I was saying earlier in the live stream, I doubt you saw that, Ella, but if you did, but if not, this is being as diligent with our spiritual cleansing and protection as we are with brushing our teeth or doing our laundry or doing our dishes. It's something we know we have to do daily, weekly, most of us at least brushing our teeth at least once a day, right? Or twice or 3 times, depending. But then there are those people that maybe only brush them once a week, and then they complain that they're dirty or they've got cavities or, whatever it is. But it's like, you really want to be diligent with cleansing and purging all of the stuff that we're completely and constantly bombarded with, to then make a purer vessel for that energy to come through. All right, Ella, so I hope that resonated for you, my dear. Thanks again, Florence, for the donation. And I do believe that is the end of the road today, friends. Oh, the dogs put a piece of grass in my hair. A piece of dead grass, mind you. Funny. Put in the garbage. Okay. Double check. Yes. Oh, that resonated with you so much. And that's the thing. If your attention is here, energy will flow, right? Where attention goes, energy flows. So if anyone else's message applies to you, you can claim it. It's yours. It's yours as well. But also the person who the message was for as well. Yes, very cool. All right, you guys. I did not, thank you for reminding me. Remember, it was blowing all over the place, and then I covered it up with my pen, and then out of sight, out of mind. So thank you for letting me know, Brandy Lynn, because I was about to sign off, and I do not want to leave you hanging like that. All right, here we go. Oh, Brandy, I found a scent that I want to pair with the sea minerals. It's called, oh gosh, what is it called? Oh, tonka and oud, which I don't know. I don't know if oud is a type of wood. I want to look it up. But it's got enough of that earthy, kind of effervescent type of energy I'm looking for your candle. But I still want the sea minerals to be like the main star of the show. So I'm thinking 75% sea minerals with 25% tonka and oud. It'll give it that earthy emperor more energy, and then the death card energy of the sea minerals, and yeah. Yeah. Let me just look it up. Let's see. What is tonka exactly? It's like a tree native to northern South America and is semi-deciduous. Its seeds are known as tonka beans. Okay, there we go. But I'll tell you, every scent I have a few scents that are mixed with tonka, and I'm just like, it smells so good, whatever it is. So that's, I guess, what it looks like, but I don't know. And then oud, which I do have a scent called rose and oud, and it actually smells like back when I was a child, my grandpa used to chew Copenhagen, you know? It smells like a fresh can of opened Copenhagen, which I guess you could like that scent, but I guess I'm a fan of the scent for the fact that it's got that nostalgia to my grandpa, but I don't think I'd want to burn it as a candle. So I'm not a fan of that scent. But let's see. Oud, O-U-D. Yeah, type of wood. Oh, funny. I typed in oud, and the very top whatever is a sponsored ad for the Candle Science, which is the brand I got, tonka and oud fragrance. That's funny. Oh my goodness. Yep. Yeah. I guess they make a lot of, it's like made in incense, resinous wood used in incense perfume, and hand carvings. Even like, not guitars, not mandolins. I don't know what exactly those are called. I always forget. Maybe it is a mandolin. I don't know for sure, but yeah, interesting. Anyway, I just want to let you know, because I take the caps from each of those, and I just kind of do this to try to get a essence of what they smell like together, and then I'll take it a step further and use, I don't have the little blotter strips you can put in, but as long as you use like a Q-tip that's not made with plastic, you can get a pretty true to form smell of at least the cold throw, which is what it smells like just as the candle once it's all cured and all that fun stuff. But when you light a candle, it takes it to a different level that you won't be able to test until you actually create the candle and then light it up and let it burn for a while. Yes, most welcome, Florence. Absolutely. Yeah, it is an interesting smell. I used to like to smell the smell of my dad's Marlboros. Yeah, I do. Like when someone first lights up a Marlboro Red cigarette, I love that smell. But then after like maybe 10, 15, 20 plus seconds, I'm good. Don't get away from me. But yes, there's that. Again, I think it's the nostalgia because my grandma was a smoker. My grandpa chewed his Copenhagen. You know, there's that, I guess, nostalgia to it. But it's not anything I'm going to choose to do for myself. Or like try to create a candle scent around. You know what I mean? Yeah, very interesting, fun stuff. But let's get Brandy Lynn's message. I think I want to stick with these shamanic medicine oracles. What does Brandy Lynn need to know? And we have here Journey with Imagination. And like I was saying kind of earlier in the live stream and other live streams, I'm sure you've heard me say this before, Brandy Lynn, but it's, you know, your imagination is a very powerful tool. And that is why it's so under attack or suppressed or at least rerouted, redirected, especially once you hit like middle school, high school, even into college and beyond. And, you know, as adults, we're not encouraged, I would say, to use our imagination, you know, in a corporate job or, you know, in university even. I mean, of course, there are those creative, you know, classes like art and, you know, like digital, like anything really artistic. Of course, you can let your creative flair fly. But when you're talking political science or economics, or usually there's like one or two or three trains of thought, and we kind of have to funnel into one of those and off we go. So this really is, it can be about your creative journey with your writing and your creating. But I really just see this as life and using your imagination as being able to allow you to create a different journey. And I'm seeing like those choose your own adventure books in my mind. And it's almost like, if you think about it, that's almost like how this matrix is set up. It's a very, you know, there's like the illusion of choice, but we will always end up either here, here, or here. We can't end up over there or here or there. We maybe have 3 or 4 options of, you know, we might think, wow, limitless possibilities, but we kind of are funneled, you know, again. But that's where the imagination comes in to, and this is something I did as a kid. Those choose your own adventure books were fun for me. But if I ever ended in a place where I'm like, that sucks, I don't like that, I would then just in my own thought process or literally acting it out while riding my bike up and down the road, and I'd be like we were talking the other day about just looking like a complete weirdo, just acting out our, you know, fantasy whims of storytelling just out loud for all to see. Like I did that. And I would, or I'd even take a story that I'm like, oh, they should have done this instead of that, and I would act it out. Like I was all the characters, acting it out just for myself, not for anybody, no one else's benefit but my own. And then we have here shapeshifter with perspective. So I really love this combination. This really is about, you know, both your perspective and your imagination have to do with your, you know, kind of, yes, your eyes in a way, but like more your third eye and your cognitive ability. But really, is creation, or I mean, imagination, is that cognitive? I don't quite think so. I think we use our brain as a tool for the imagination to come through rather than it being the source of the imagination, if you know what I mean. I think you know what I mean. Hi, Amber. We were literally about to close out, but hey, since you're a regular, let me pull you 2 cards because I did a 2-card pull for everybody. So anyone else who's here as well, anyone else who's here that did not get the 2-card pull at the beginning of the live stream going into the first hour of the live stream, let me know by putting a, what did I put earlier? Was it a 333? No, it was a 444. Put a 444. And I thought of you when I said 444, Brandy Lynn, because Life Path 4. Yes. So anyone who missed the free, and you as well, Brandy Lynn, 444. Everybody that wasn't here earlier, put a 444. Or as my husband likes to make fun of me, 3.3 2/3. No. I'm like, shut up. All right, Brandy, let's get your message. Ooh, we have here the Knight of Cups. And I love this Knight of Cups. It's so fun. Very feminine energy with this Knight of Cups as opposed to like the traditional Rider-Waite depiction of it. You know, she's in her armor, but she's like batting her eyelashes. Like she's on a romantic quest. But again, to me, this feels more creative than romantic, but like romantically creative. Again, I don't see that you're sitting there writing a romance novel or anything like that, but like you're romanticizing maybe certain elements of your life, or even, yeah, very anime, isn't it? Or even in your, you know, what you're creating right now with your writing. It's like you're romanticizing, you know, certain, you know, scenes where you're really playing up, I don't know, the description of the scene or something. I don't see it as like purple prose or flowery writing, so to speak, but it's just you're enriching what you're creating with just more, again, like romanticizing things without it being lovey-dovey. Am I making any sense? I hope I'm making sense. You're just enriching and adding another layer of the senses and description maybe, or even just making people like scratch their head and really think about what it is you're writing. It's almost like they could take it 3 or 4 different ways. It's like you're layering different things for maybe different people are going to pick up different things in the writing. And maybe people are going to later talk about how brilliant you constructed the scene or the dynamic between these 2 characters or something like that. It feels very like that. That's what I'm getting with that. All right, next card from the Witch's Wisdom Oracle for Brandy Lynn. What else does she need to know? Ooh, we have Foundation with Homeland. Wow, and I think that's exactly, it's like you are right now putting that foundational and then building upon the foundational scenes and the structure of your story. Also, I don't know if you had planned at some point to put out a map of the area, you know, because we can sit there and try to describe it in our writing all day long, but, you know, sometimes, especially in like fantasy, it's always helpful to have that map. And I don't know how that will go with you putting out the series, like, or the serial content, the way you're doing it, but maybe eventually when you do publish it as the book itself, or the collection, or the omnibus, or whatever you're going to call it, that it has some sort of map. Very cool. I'm getting all sorts of cool creative vibes, and I don't know if like eventually, like, I don't know if you have or do follow Bethany Atazada, but she was talking about, or she is currently doing a Kickstarter And for different tiers, you get like even cooler like signed copies, and then like the hardbound book with like embossed metallic writing. And the more you pay on the Kickstarter, of course, the cooler everything gets. There could be something like this that you're eventually doing that's going to be like collector's edition items for your world that you're creating. I need to get my maps. Thanks for reminding me. There you go. Campfire Pub has a place for maps and wiki for their series. Oh, there you go. That's awesome. So I guess that's just your reminder, friendly neighborhood reminder to get your maps going. Ooh, and I have chills now. So there's something to this. They're going to be really high level, next level, high quality stuff that you're creating here. Very cool. I love it. Can't wait. Can't wait to hear all about it, see all about it. And then there's your clarity on and your big yes on the back of the deck. Yes, this is going places for you, or you're going places with it. One of the two, or both, or all at the same time. All right, Amber. Dear Amber, let's get you a card or two. We're doing 2, maybe 3. I've done clarifiers for some. Grab clarifiers when we need them. That's what we do here. You know me. It's not about the sticking to the one card pull. It's about getting the message that needs to come through, even if I need to pull 7 cards to do it. Right? I'm in one of those moods today. All right. We have stability here with staff. Okay. I love this for you, Amber, because I know how just up in the air things have felt and just unbalanced and ungrounded. So this might be your also neighborhood friendly reminder to go out and do some grounding and even centering within your own energy, because there's centering and there's grounding. And I think they're both very important. Yes, you can do one without the other. Sometimes setting the intention to ground can also center you as well. But when you set the intention to both ground and center your spirit into your own energy, and then ground your energy into the most beneficial earth that exists, could be very beneficial. So there might be some grounding and stabilizing you're doing in your own energy, and of course with the earth as well. Let's see what else Amber needs to know. Yeah, Page of Cups. Wow. So also working on your art. She's literally painting. So two very artistic messages back to back. I love that. So maybe even if you just have to create if you haven't been feeling very creative, with just everything feeling up in the air and very chaotic right now, maybe you are just setting that intention and actually putting it in your calendar and actually following forward or following through with doing the thing by putting it on your calendar, or letting everybody in the house know, hey, from this time to this time, I'm going to be working on my art stuff. So bye for now. Brandy Lynn. I actually wrote until almost 11 p.m. last night. On. And by wrote, I mean more edit than wrote. But yeah, I wrote a new paragraph here, a new paragraph there, a new sentence there, tweaked a word there, I was on a roll yesterday. Even after you left, I kept going. I kept going, and I didn't want to stop. And then I had to make some, lunch, and I had to make some dinner. And I didn't make dinner. We went through a drive-through somewhere. But I had things going on. But then I just want to get back to the writing. And then my sister's dog had some things going on, and then I'm like, I even brought my writing there. So, let's get Amanda. Amanda, you didn't get your message earlier, so let's do one for Amanda. Yeah, I was really excited. I think I'm solidly 4 chapters now into Act 2, which I felt like I was at the precipice between Act 1 and 2 for a couple weeks there, because I got sick and was only working the bare minimum, and now I've done it. I'm well into Act 2 now. I feel good about it. And it helped because it was one of my favorite scenes that I wrote. They're kind of a breaking and entering during a party scene, and she didn't want to get caught, but hey, she got caught. And now what is she going to do about it? Oh my gosh, probably my favorite scene as far as like tension and like, oh my God, this is crazy, to date. And I have some really devastating, tragic things happening in book 1, but to me, this was more edge of the seat than any of that for some reason. And even though the stakes weren't as high, they felt pretty high for whatever reason. I don't even know. But anyway, Amanda, let's get your question or your message. 2 cards for Amanda Filburn. And we have the feminine energy here with Lady Goddess. So this is being more in that divine feminine, not just feminine, but divine feminine energy of being more receptive. All the rewords, reevaluating, redoing. Maybe you're even redoing something, although that still kind of tends toward the more masculine energy of action. Reevaluating, rejuvenating, a lot of self-care coming through. And I'm actually going to pull you through my book divination here, a message from the self-care book for Amanda Filburn. What does she need to know? You're so welcome, Amber. Absolutely. All right. Self-care here. Gratitude journal. Beautiful. And then I just zoomed in here with my eyeballs with dreams. It says dreams, but on the other page it's gratitude journal right here. It says there's another area where you need to be very specific. Write exactly what you're hoping for, wishing for, or manifesting for your future. You can write the specifics of your dream bedroom or your dream man, your dream job. You can dream of world peace or equality, whatever it is. Dream it, write it, and watch it come true. And that's exactly what this feminine energy is. It's about planning or about being receptive to dreaming, just going big or going home and just dreaming like what could even be possible for me. Very feminine energy. It's the masculine energy that's now going to start taking action in the direction of that dream that you have for yourself, whatever it may be. But let's see. One more card for Amanda. Anything else she needs to know about what we're talking about here, or just anything to add? Okay, so you're very close to a breakthrough. I always call this my Olympic athlete card. This person's been through the blood, sweat, and the tears, and they're ready to do the thing. They're ready to take it all. Winner takes all is what I just heard. So there might be a plan that you're looking to implement. And I would say this is a very masculine energy card because this person is not afraid to roll up the sleeves, blood, sweat, and tears, get the job done. So it's almost like you are first in that feminine energy to dream it. And it's funny because the scene that comes probably 2 scenes before what I was just talking about in my book, they have an assembly and this really off-the-wall guy comes to give this assembly, this talk. He's like, believe it, dream it, believe it, achieve it. And he's like all like Mr. Positivity. And this is exactly what this reminds me of. So funny, but this guy's so over the top but in a good way, I think. So maybe even just having that power of positive thinking and just, even if you're just feeling a certain type of way, just smiling. Even if you're feeling really crappy, just smile, because that there's something in like the way that your brain will interpret that facial expression and then release serotonin to make you actually, it's like you're faking it till you make it almost. Dream it, believe it, achieve it. Very cool, fun little message there for Amanda. All right. Well, friends, that's going to do it for us today. And I will be back here on Wednesday. Knock on wood. This isn't real wood, but I think there's some real wood on the bottom. Okay, I'm knocking on wood that I don't have another migraine or anything, because pretty much the last 4 weeks I've had a migraine at least once or twice per week, if not longer, during the week. And I'm just hoping that we can not have that happen anymore anytime soon. So anyway, I'm going to go. I hope you all have a wonderful, fabulous, restful, exciting, whatever it is you're looking for this weekend. I hope you find it. I hope you achieve it and dream it, believe it, achieve it. I hope, I hope you all have a wonderful time. And I will be back here Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. But as we get into April, we're going to be shifting back to kind of the baseball season schedule, which will put both live streams during the day at 11 a.m. Mountain Time on Wednesday and 11 a.m. Mountain Time on Friday. But our normal schedule until April kicks off is at least Wednesdays are 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So, yeah. And I like to remember, I need to remember to change out my banner on my page because it will tell the schedule at all times, the more current schedule. I hope it's reflecting the current schedule. I don't have it popped up over here, but I'm hoping I have it as the current schedule. All right, you guys, thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see each and every one of you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot Live. All right, you guys, much love, peace, and I will see you later. Bye.